everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ideally Tho.
Ideally Tho.
I'm your host, Erica, and with me is my hubby, my bestie, my butterbit squad.
Yeah, what up?
This is our last episode of 2024.
Another year down.
Yeah.
This has been fun.
How did you feel Christmas went?
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time. I saw my mommy, and that was nice,
Mm-hmm.
actually, especially because we haven't had the greatest of terms, as I've spoken about. So, that was great. Uh, I think the kids enjoyed their presents. They seemed to be full of gratitude this year. Normally they're like, cool, like on to the next thing.
Yeah.
I felt a lot more like this was like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
I think so too, because they have like everything they want. So it's just like, okay, well, I did want to upgrade this, or I wanted another one of these. So that's really what this year was
yeah,
about. This
yeah.
Christmas.
And I loved all my gifts.
Yeah.
All my gifts.
Really?
All my gifts.
He's bling blinging. I like the intimacy of Christmas too. I feel like sometimes people get wrapped up and want to be around a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of family, and I kind of like opening gifts when it's just us.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you ain't gotta wash your face.
We usually have like a lot more people over, or a few people over or whatever. And this one was a lot more intimate and small, and that was fun. That I enjoyed. Did you like your gifts?
I did.
You go
I loved
through.
all my gifts.
Yeah.
I feel like I have everything I need and want. If I want something, I'll get it.
Mhm.
But like everything I got is something I did really want.
That's good.
So
That's
that's
good.
all like.
That's good.
What do you think your plans are for 2025? I know that some people don't like New Year's resolutions,
Mhm.
but is there anything you want to accomplish?
I've been saying it for a while now, and I continue to get busy, and then I slack off because procrastination's huge with me, and I gotta stop that. I mean, you
Yeah.
gotta I think I really truly do want to get this like engineer this program and shit like truly fully done and out of the way. Me and you have discussed it over the last few months. I've been working on a project slowly, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and I really need to like headstrong go into it, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think this last incident that I have just recently gone through
Hmm.
kind of struck me differently, and I want to attack the year in the same type of difference. There's two key instances in the latter year of my life of this year rather, uh, that I've been like, okay, I got to pay attention now.
Hmm.
So it's kind of one of those situations where just I know I can pour some real serious energy, and I know what I'm good at into that thing. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. What about you? What do you have?
I think just consistently going to the gym.
Okay, that's fair.
Like
That's
I
fair.
noticed that when summer comes, like I tend to like because things are going on vacations, I tend not to.
Having fun.
So like I've been consistent for months now, and
Mhm.
it's like I do like working out in the summer because most people don't tend to work out in the summer.
That's fair.
So it's just being consistent with that and hitting my goal of what I want. I think also I want to kind of start on maybe writing some kind of book.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's new. You heard it
To
here
kind of
first, people.
start in that, I feel
That's
like.
cool.
And then just continuously growing the pod. That's always my goal.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
So
for sure, for sure. I respect that. We're gonna talk about this book thing because that's dope.
yeah, I just got so many ideas, but I just don't know where I want to start, which idea I want to go along with.
Yeah.
I tend to like wake up with ideas or dreams I've had, and I'll write them down.
Mm,
And it's just like small little ideas, so I'm like, I can grow that. I
we
just
should.
gotta have the a little bit more confidence, and
Mm,
then just really push myself to want to do it.
I respect that.
I
That's
think that's what it
vulnerability. I
is.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that. We should get a dartboard and then put all the ideas on it and then just throw. And then whatever one lands, that's like, yeah, you just do that,
Maybe.
or pick it out of the hat. I'm stupid in this in the creative sense. Like that's my brain is haywire, and I've done it where I've written post-it notes, crumbled them up, put them in like my 2K Vegas bag,
Yeah.
and then like jumbled it, and then picked one out and just started doing something on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just
So
feel like with having a new president coming soon, I need to have I'm a boss bitch. And I need to have multiple forms of income.
that's fair.
That's
I
how I
respect
feel.
that. I respect that. Yeah.
Today we are going into our part two of our Ideally Though Awards. So
Yeah.
last week we did talk about all of our favorite, or more so my favorite shows for 2024. And today we're going to talk about my favorite movies, or our favorite movies, or more so mine,
Yeah.
that came out in 2024. And we're also going to talk about the top albums that came out as well.
There, I would say that list is fairly yours too.
It
There's
is.
a couple that I definitely agree upon that
Yeah.
I can actually speak to, but yeah, for sure. This list is definitely ideally though, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm also going to talk a little bit about it, give you guys the Rotten Tomatoes percentage, and then just who starred in it.
Uh-huh.
So the first movie, and this is all in chronological order, starting from January of this year, going all the way down.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I just kept this kind of going in my phone
Yeah.
like the whole year.
Good. Good.
So the first movie is The Book of Clarence.
You know what?
Yeah,
That's a good one to start off on.
yeah.
Congratulations to the
That one
Book of
came out
Clarence.
January 12th, it came out in theaters.
Nice.
Yeah, so Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 66%. Rotten
Mm.
Tomatoes is always hating on all the movies I like. I don't give a fuck.
There's moments where they get it right, but it's usually a swing and a miss for me anyway.
Hmm.
In most cases, because I like a many movies where they're like, this is a fucking 3 or whatever. I don't know, but they're like really low, and in the audience score reflects differently
I feel like when it's not
than the
like
critic one, at least.
a Denzel playing in this type of movie, and then it's controversial because we're talking about, the book of like Jesus and like crucifixion, rising
Mm,
again, and him being black. I feel
mm,
like that kind of sways too, like unbelievable. Even though we all
yeah.
know where Jerusalem is and Nazareth is, so it's just like I feel like sometimes it's swayed that way. Like,
Hmm.
oh wow, this is a different depiction of Jesus, and it's really not. It
Yeah,
actually is more like more correct.
that's fair. That is totally fair. I still think they don't get it right a lot,
Yeah, they
very
don't most
often. They don't
times.
get it right very often. When they do it, it sticks.
TV shows I see, I'm like, okay, Rotten Tomatoes, y'all kind of
Yeah,
got that.
yeah,
But movies, especially the ones I like, they tend not to.
yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Lakeith
He's
Stanfield,
great, Stanfield.
he was
Stanford.
good. R.J. Seiler,
Siler.
hmm
Yeah. Okay.
Caleb McLaughlin, the
Hmm.
one from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Tiana Taylor was on this, and then we also have James McAvoy from Split
Hmm.
and Narnia and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So this is kind of about like a down and out guy who's trying to kind of build up his wealth for his family and also get rid of debt.
Yeah.
So he comes up with this plan with his friends to become the up and coming Messiah.
He's almost like a con artist.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a con artist. He's
Yeah.
kind of seeing like he's drove by the like popularity and the power of Messiah, which is Jesus.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I think I can do this. And it's more so on the selfish side of like, I need to get money.
Hmm.
I want to be a certain status.
Right.
So that's really what the movie's
To get the
about.
girl.
Yeah,
It's to get the girl. To get the
I feel
girl.
like it's get to girl, but then when you think deeper than that, he has a mom he's trying to take
Of
care of
course.
because his brother is part of the 12 disciples.
Right.
So he's more so just trying to like I feel like
Not
he's
being
like
that
carved
shadow.
his
Yeah, own
own
little
right.
island in the world. To be
Hmm.
honest, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
it's a really good movie. I think right now you guys can find it on Netflix. But
I
yeah,
mean,
Book of
yeah,
Clarence was a big one I was waiting for, and it came out at the top of the year.
yeah, that movie was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Full of very funny moments, good music, great writing.
Hmm.
Congratulations.
Yeah. The next one is Dune 2.
Oh, you know what? Didn't watch it.
Yeah, I watched
I
it.
didn't catch it. But you
I
know what?
did.
Congratulations.
It came out in theaters March 1st. So this has Timothy Chalamet,
Uh huh.
Zendaya, Austin Butler, Josh Brolin, and David Bautista.
I love both of the two last men you
Yeah.
just spoke about.
Did you
I
end up
should have
watching?
fucking watched. I watched the first one,
You
yes,
did watch the
and
first
that was
one.
fucking awesome.
And then have you ever watched the old one?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I
it
saw
did
the
not age
trailer.
well.
Yeah, I was like, ooh,
Don't do it.
ooh.
The blocky little shield thing, I was like, I can't. I cut it
Yeah.
off. And I usually try to respect those things, you know what I mean? I had to cut it off.
This kind of follows like I guess more so the rise of Paul Atreides.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Atreides?
Atreides,
Atreides?
something like that,
Something
yeah.
like that. And his revolt of the emperor.
Mm,
Emperor.
mm,
So you kind of still see that. I feel like on the first movie we didn't get a lot of um I guess commentary with him and Zendaya's character. So
mm,
now we kind of see that they're kind of falling in love.
mm.
And she wants one thing and he wants another, and
Ah,
he's kind of driven by. I feel like it's a little bit more of like people whispering in his ear, more so his mom.
mm.
So you get to see that, and it's still not done. I think we're supposed to get Dune 3 in 2026.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
so.
I think that's the last one.
Yeah, and that is confirmed. It is the last
They have a Dune series on Max right now.
one. Have you watched it?
No, I haven't watched it. It's
Mm.
like Prophecy. It's
Yeah,
called
something like that.
Prophecy,
I've seen
something like
it,
that.
but I haven't
It
looked.
just came out like probably a month ago or something like
Hmm.
that. I haven't watched it. It's Dune is something that you really have to pay attention to.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore behind it, and that's I
Yeah,
think the reason why I haven't watched the second one because I thought to myself, I'd much rather just have like a one through, like watch when they're all three out, watch when they're done, and
hmm
then watch it all through. I would much rather do that myself.
I feel like if you read the books or if you're into like movies or shows that are kind of like in a sense Game of Thrones, where you really have to sit and kind of think about things,
Hmm.
then Dune is kind of similar to that.
Yeah,
Like you can't go in not paying attention to
there's a lot of
Dune.
lore.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. So you could read the books and then watch the movies. Or I watched it. I was fine following along, but they definitely are spreading it out. Because you're like, okay, we're stopping
It would be
here. Okay, we're
hard to
stopping here.
fit. I mean, I have like a few of the Dune books, and there's I think a total of I could be extremely wrong, and I'm probably am like 12 or some shit. It's a lot
Yeah.
of stories,
I
a
feel
lot
like
of them.
as slow as they're going, you would think, at least if we're following Paul's arc, that it's probably like 5 movies because I feel like we haven't got to the nitty gritty of anything yet,
Yeah,
even in Dune 2.
maybe they'll do what they did with Oppenheimer and just give it like a full 3 hour release, and it just be a very long like final movie.
I don't know. I just heard that Dune 3 is just supposed to like finish Paul's
Right.
arc. I don't know if there's more after him. I'm assuming there
Yeah, there's a
is. If you
shit
said
ton of
12,
books. There's a shit ton of books
yeah.
out there. Yeah, yeah.
So they're just gonna finish his.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm
Yeah,
saying if they haven't covered all of his
yeah. It's
story is a
gonna be
bit like a
hard.
couple of books, a few books. So I
Yeah.
think I would imagine that it might be a bigger movie, like a
hmm
thick boy.
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
I like Dune.
Hey.
All right. So the next one was Shirley.
Ooh, I don't have no idea what this is.
This
Come
is
on and bring it.
this
Shirley.
was actually came out on Netflix on March 22nd.
Okay.
Got a 74% Rotten Tomatoes.
Hmm.
Regina King's in it. Lance Reddick is in it. The one from
Lance read it. Okay.
yeah, he's from
Yeah, Destiny, and he's also from Destiny. If you play
what's
video games,
the
John Wick. He's
John
the
Wick? Boom.
concierge behind the desk.
hmm
Yes.
Terrence Howard
Hmm.
and then Renee King, which is like Regina King's older sister.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe
Okay.
she plays her sister in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it just follows the true life story of our first Black Congresswoman, Shirley Chisholm,
Oh.
who starts her campaign on being the first Black woman president.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I have to be honest. If you go back and maybe listen to some old docs about Shirley Chisholm or in interviews, Regina King really embodied her. She actually got the voice right.
Hmm.
And they also dressed her up because I mean, no shade to Shirley Chisholm because she's definitely like that girl, but she wasn't like really good looking.
She wasn't a looker.
No, she wasn't.
Uh,
But Regina King really got into that. Whoever did costumes for Shirley, they did it. Like she had like I think missing tooth, and then she has a big mole. She has those old glasses. So you get to learn some stuff about her and her husband.
wow.
Yeah, her
Okay.
love for McDonald's.
Why didn't I hear about this movie ever? Not from you, but just like I've never even
Huh?
heard of it.
I feel like really promoted Shirley,
No, I don't
and
even know
yeah,
nothing about it.
yeah,
No, wow, interesting.
yeah. It came out on Netflix back in
That's
March. It
compelling.
was really good.
Oh, you know what? If it's Netflix, you know how you tailor all your stuff. It would have never shown up for me anyway. It
Mm.
would have never shown up
Why
for me.
don't you not watch any like based on
I
true?
do, but I don't think that would show up in my personal one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because you know how you set Netflix to be like, this is the type of profile I have, and what kind of movies you like, and blah 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 blah.
I mean, in the beginning, but I mean, the
Yeah,
algorithm
but
changes.
yeah, but I don't think I've ever watched anything like that in particular.
Oh, yeah,
So,
you're not really on Netflix. Like, if we're
like it's
on it,
biopic, I'm not usually gonna watch it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Shirley was good, and Rotten Tomatoes did give it higher than the last two movies that I just mentioned.
Mm.
So 74% is the highest. So, well, no. Dune 2, they gave it 92%.
Well, of
I didn't
course, it's
say that.
that's
I
due to.
knew they were going to do that.
Yeah.
Even though I think it should be swapped, low key.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. Dune's fine, but sometimes I feel like if it's like, oh, this is supposed to be a cult classic, or this is for our times, they try to boost it more. That's
Mm,
how I feel.
I can respect that. Yeah.
hmm All right, the next one. This is another Zendaya movie.
Ah,
I
okay.
recently watched it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Challengers.
All right.
Yes,
Hey,
that came out
challengers.
April 26th in theaters, but it actually got pushed back. It was supposed to come out the end of last year,
Hmm.
but because of the SAG-AFTRA
Strike.
strikes and
Yeah.
everything, they moved it up to kind of almost the mid of this year. It did get an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
Not bad.
Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike Fysett. I think that's how you say his name.
Mm.
You know what's crazy? And a lot of people have told me this. They were like, you know what? I didn't end up watching Challenger because I couldn't get really what it was about because of the trailer. And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I get what you're saying because it leaves a lot to like, well, what the fuck is this about? We
Yeah.
know tennis
It leaves something to be
and we know
desired.
like she could be into two guys,
Hmm.
but that's really it. If I'm
Hmm.
being honest, we didn't get much about what the movie is going to be about. Not saying you need to give a whole bunch out because a lot of times they either give you too much or not enough, and sometimes we need that sweet spot. And this is the movie where they could have did a little bit more, but
Mm.
it's Zendaya, so I know they ramped up the marketing on
Yeah,
this.
because it's her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this follows this love triangle between two tennis players, they're
Mm.
best friends, and an injured up and coming tennis star turned like coach.
Okay.
So Zendaya is the
Okay.
injured one.
Gotcha.
And it follows their relationship in a span of 13 years. So there's a lot of flashbacks. So you get to
Uh.
see them when they're like 17
Okay.
and all the way up until they're like 30.
Gotcha.
It's really different than what you think. So on the trailer, you see that okay, it looks like she could be making out or maybe about to do something with two guys,
Uh.
but it's a little bit more that goes into it.
I think that's why they caught the women. They were
Yeah,
trying to make that.
but
Yeah.
by the end of the movie, I was feeling like Zendaya low key was the villain a little bit,
Interesting.
a little bit. But it was a good movie to watch.
Uh huh.
I believe now you can catch it on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if you have it on Prime.
Interesting. Hey, well, congrats, challengers, huh?
All right, next one. You took me to see this in the movie theaters. It came out the day before my birthday. Quiet Place Day One.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well earned. Well earned.
Quiet Place Day One. It did get an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I thought that one was great.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it had Lupita
Mm.
Nyong'o, Joshua Joseph Quinn,
Uh,
from Stranger Things, and then Jama Hanso, the
okay.
one from like Amistad and Blood Diamond,
Yeah.
and he was on Quiet Place Part Two.
Yeah. Yeah.
This prequel takes place day one in the alien invasion in New York City.
Hmm.
So we follow Samira, who has that she's terminally ill with
Yeah.
cancer, and she's with some other survivors, Henry
Yeah.
and Eric, the one from Stranger Things, and they're basically trying to figure out how to remain quiet and get out of the city.
Yeah.
That's really like the basis of Quiet Place Part Day One.
The other, most of them want a safety. She wants a slice of pizza.
Yeah, sometimes it be like that where it's like, you know what, like I'm already dying, so I
Yeah.
really I just want to live in the moment.
Like we spoke about when we talked last episode, go watch it. About Interview with a Vampire. During the interview scenes, it's like fuck it, I'm gonna die anyway. I'm with vampires. Who cares? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that's her pizza. It's like that's the reason. It's the goal. It's the pizza. So I think that was really human, and I think that's why I enjoyed that so much.
it was good. Being in theaters was nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think seeing it in theaters, and I think did we see? I don't know if we see another Quiet Place in theaters, but honestly, if you have a
yeah.
really good
We saw the first
TV,
one in
did
theaters.
we?
We didn't see the second one in theaters. We saw the first one in
I don't
theaters.
even know how we survived the first one because you be talking and stuff.
No, no, I don't.
You don't talk in the theaters.
No, no, I don't.
No.
I
I
don't.
must be making this up.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I was
You
just
you
making
like to
up.
make me look bad, but that's okay.
Really?
You know?
A qui- I said this since the beginning of time. You talk in the movie theaters.
No, I
I wouldn't
don't.
make this up.
Mm,
And you got to get up to pee. So
no, I
I
won't refute the
that's
pee
a
thing.
that must be a long ass lie I've been telling
Yeah.
for a long time too. Anyways, if you have a good TV, I feel like any of the quiet places, if you turn it up,
No, it's not. I
it's
mean, it'll be
good.
good, but like, no, it wouldn't be the same without surround sound.
You tripping?
Surround sound is how you experience it.
It's quiet place.
I know, but surround every single bit of that movie. Like when we went to see the theaters, the sound design for it made everything else scary
Hmm.
because the aliens are so loud when they need to be,
Yeah, it
and
is a
it's so
different.
such stark quietness
Yeah, it
that
goes
you
from
need
zero
that.
to like 50 really
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah, it's different. It would be different with a seven, like a 7.1 or some shit.
RTV, that's what's RTV. I don't mind. I could have not gone to the theaters, and I know I would have still felt the same
I
experience.
mean, yeah, that thing is kind of monstrous though. So
Yeah, but
okay,
that was worth seeing. I was like, okay, Quiet Place, and I always look for movies that came out around my birthday to be like a reason to go to the movies for like my birthday or
yeah,
around my
yeah, yeah.
birthday. So yeah, I give that one. Kudos on our list. The next one, I waited a while to the very end to watch this. I was excited for it, but for some reason, so much was going on this year that I just waited to watch this movie,
Mm.
and that's the Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, I watched it. It came out July 3rd, so a little bit
Congrats.
after my birthday, on Netflix.
Mm.
Rotten Tomato gave it a 67%. Yeah.
Yikes.
Um, kind of forgetting a little bit. We have Eddie Murphy, Taylor Page, Kevin Bacon, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Mm.
You still have the same characters, Bill and the other
Yeah,
one. So you bring back a lot of the same people from
that's
the
cool.
first and second
That's
and
cool.
third one.
Yeah.
It does follow Axel years later. Bill calls him and says, "Hey, your daughter's in danger out here in Beverly Hills because she's in Beverly Hills," and he's still in Detroit.
Of course.
They don't have a really good relationship, and she did tell Bill, because that's like her goddad, not to tell her dad
yeah.
because they just don't have a good relationship. She's a lawyer, but she's in deep with a client she has. So he
Mm.
comes into Beverly Hills with his antics, and he teams up with his daughter, played by what's her name, Taylor Page,
Okay.
and then basically like a rookie cop played by Joseph Gordon,
Yeah.
to kind of figure out what's going on or why she's being targeted.
Interesting.
It's not bad. He looks good. He doesn't look like he's old trying to play 1987
Mm.
Eddie Murphy
Mm.
or Axel Foley. He
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
Good. Good. Good.
Bill, the one who plays Bill Judge, what's his name? Judge
Yeah. He
Renhold,
just
something like that.
recently passed, I believe, right?
No, he
The
is
older one.
alive. No,
No.
no,
Oh, okay.
I don't believe so. Should I look it
I'm
up?
pretty. I don't know. I think. I think I remember seeing that.
Let me
But
just check
I
it.
mean, yeah, you can check.
I
You can
don't
check.
think so. John Aston. Oh my God, yeah, he did.
Told you.
September.
Yeah, I told you recently.
Oh gosh, just like right
I
after a
be on the
movie.
internet though.
I don't know. Well, he is old. He is definitely older. I didn't know if I why that slipped, but that's definitely a couple months after
So I mean,
the movie. Oh
also that
gosh.
thank you for the movie.
But yeah, I would say check it out. It's on Netflix. It came out on
Sure.
Netflix. But I mean, I'm the
Do
first.
you feel like it deserves that score, or do you agree with it?
Um, yeah, I
Oh,
agree
you
with it.
agree with it?
But
Okay.
I still put it on my list. It
Fair
wasn't
enough.
badly done. It wasn't like how Comes to America or these ones where 20 years later we need to make a new one and it doesn't look good. They all look pretty good.
Okay.
And it was the same antics as all the other Beverly Hills Cops, so I liked it.
Okay. Hmm. Still seems fun, at least. It
Yeah,
still seems fun. So that's good.
yeah.
That's good. Okay.
The next one is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
Congrats.
a lot of summer
Congrats.
movies that came out. So this one came out July 26th in theaters.
Mhm.
Rotten Tomatoes does give it a 78%.
Wow, that's different. I would
You
have
feel like
thought
that's
that.
low?
Yeah, I thought it would have got a lot higher.
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. If I'm being honest, I agree with it.
Wow.
I did not. I don't feel like I liked it as much as I liked the other two. I feel
Interesting.
like a lot of their
This one.
budget was a lot of let's give for the cameos.
It was for the fans anyway, really, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we follow Deadpool as he tries to save his universe by recruiting a new Wolverine in like a alternate universe.
Uh
They do have a lot of cameos from Elektra to Blade to Johnny Storm,
huh.
and I
Gambit and stuff from there
yeah,
too, right?
Gambit. I hate Channing Tatum's Gambit voice.
Woo! I'm gonna make a name of myself.
I was like, are you supposed to be French or Cajun?
Yeah, he was
Are
supposed to
you
be.
from Paris or are you from Louisiana where Gypsy Rose Daddy from? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell what accent he was trying to give.
What is wrong with you, Gypsy Roses?
I'm just saying the daddy
What
sound.
is wrong with
Channing Tatum sounds like Gypsy Rose Daddy.
you?
You know the white people in the deep dark depths of Louisiana. They got the Cajun accent.
You have
That's
a
what he was giving.
problem.
That's what he was giving. But I was like, the story is lacking for
Mm.
sure to me.
Hmm.
And I felt like their budget was spent on, the cameos.
Yeah, so it was. Yeah, look, looking at the things I did get the chance to see on the internet because I didn't even watch this one either.
Mm,
I've kind of been over superhero films for a very long time.
yeah,
The only one that keeps me interested is Spider Verse, right?
gotcha.
So the things that I did get the chance to see, I was like, oh, all right. So it's surprising to me that, or it's not surprising to me rather that the cameos and the pop ups and the hey, remember this? Hey, you guys know this, that type of shit.
It was great to
Fanfare,
see Blade and Elektra,
fanfare.
but I was just like, okay,
We get it.
yeah, and I felt like I was so excited to see Deadpool Wolverine, and it did disappoint once it came out on Disney Plus. So I was
Mm.
like, that's not the best.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, it
It's hard
wasn't
to
the best.
reclaim the magic of Deadpool one. That Deadpool one is something else.
Because I think they rely on Ryan Reynolds being so funny and being so animated and all the cursing and
Yeah,
all this stuff that they're like, this is gonna be funny no matter what, and
yeah,
the soundtrack is gonna carry. And I was like, the story needs to too.
yeah,
What is
definitely.
what is going on?
Yeah,
That's how I felt.
motivation,
Yeah.
motivation for sure. Okay.
All right.
Well,
I still put it on my list. I'm not gonna shade,
still,
but
congrats to you.
because I was waiting on it. Okay, the next one is Trap.
Ah,
Yeah.
the M Night Shyamalama Ding Dong movie.
Yes. This came out in theaters on August 2nd.
Yeah,
Crazy though, because Rotten Tomatoes really does hate M Night Shyamalan.
I'm
I
telling you
feel
that
like they do.
they hate him.
57% on Rotten
Ouch,
Tomatoes.
ouch, that ouch.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett, Haley Mills. She's the one who's on the old Parent Trap.
Mm.
She's the one who played the profiler on Trap. If you guys seen it, I'm not going to give
Hmm.
any spoilers away. And then Salika Knight, which is his daughter, she's on there playing the pop star,
Right.
and she wrote all the music for the movie. I believe she sang it too because I heard her singing. I was
Hmm.
like, this girl can sing,
Hmm. I
so that's
believe
amazing.
I believe she did.
They also had some cameos from Russ, the rapper Russ, and then rapper Kid Cudi. So
Yeah.
they made their little
Yo,
cameos.
that nigga's cameo is so weird in that
Yeah.
movie. But I'll say this. I've been talking with you for a while now about M. Night Shyamalan and how people don't get him, and that's why everybody's against him, or his movies get like weird reviews or
Hmm.
whatever. Um, I think there is a conspiracy to just bury this man for some reason because he
Why?
truly is like fuck the industry and I just want to do what I want.
He has enough backing. If he didn't, if his movies weren't good and people didn't believe in him, he wouldn't be putting out stuff all the time.
Yeah,
Like all the Unbreakable series.
yeah, yeah. But
I liked old. I
I,
liked the Happening. I don't care what nobody say.
after we ended up watching Trap, I went to go see an interview that he did, and he was talking about like it was difficult to get the past decade of things he's worked on off the ground,
That
and it
sucks.
sucked because like he didn't want to do the last Airbender, but
Oh,
they kind of like forced it on him to get the Happening.
oh,
So
gotcha.
then he had failed, and then he had another one kind of
I
basically
feel like
fail, and
the Happening wouldn't have never failed. It was casting. If you would have switched out
yeah,
Mark Wahlberg for
yeah,
somebody who was a little bit more, it was believable,
yeah.
then we
It
would
would
have
have
played
worked.
this.
It would have
Yeah,
worked.
Mark Wahlberg cannot play some kind of like timid man
Yeah.
who allows his wife to cheat on him in the middle of. Seems like an alien invasion, but the story was great. Who
Yeah.
thinks of
The
this?
concept is interesting and all that. So I think there is one a conspiracy against him, and we should all love his movies because
I
they
love
they're
M Night
great,
Shyamalan.
and he has his style to
Yeah. So this follows a serial killer who is taking his daughter to a pop concert, but he soon finds out that this is a trap by the police,
it. Mm-hmm.
and he's now trying to find a way out of the concert without
Mm-hmm.
tipping off the police or alerting his daughter while they're at the concert. Lately, Josh Hartnett has been playing a lot of like these like scary
Bad
type
guy
of
roles.
roles,
Yeah.
and I'm here for it. And he did a really good job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was awesome in it.
Yeah.
He was
So
awesome.
also the soundtrack was great. Like
Yeah,
his daughter did a great job on her. She didn't have a small role either. She
yeah.
was definitely
Big,
a
big.
big role, like
Yeah.
right underneath Josh. So
Great stuff, man.
if you guys haven't seen
I
Trap,
liked it.
it is out now on Max. All right, so the next one. Now I put this on my list because I've read the books and actually was not bad watching the movie. But
Okay.
now there's so much going on with this, I'm nervous that we're not going to get the second book because there's two books.
Mm.
So it ends with us.
Okay.
This came out on August 9th in theaters. It did get a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yikes.
This is Blake Lively, that's Ryan Reynolds' wife,
Mm-hmm.
Justin Baldoni, and Brandon Skliner, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on Colin Hoover's like best-selling books. We do follow Lily Bloom. She's making a new life for herself in Boston. She meets this neurosurgeon, and she's slowly starting to see that her relationship is very similar to her parents growing up. So it's a lot of like domestic violence and gaslighting and things like that.
Mm.
So it's kind of like a domestic violence kind of movie.
Mm.
Kind of
Story.
shines a light on that.
Okay.
It's a lot of
Mm.
flashbacks of her when she was like 15 and how she met a really good friend of hers, Atlas, who was homeless. She found him across the. I guess he was a next door neighbor. He wasn't a neighbor, but the house next door was condemned, or it was like, I guess no one lived in it.
Right.
And she saw that he was in there, so they became friends. And as she got older, they end up meeting each other again or reconnecting. But now it's actually putting a rift between her and her new guy, Rylan
Interesting.
and Ryle. And yeah, it definitely deals with domestic violence and things like that. And now we see that she just hit what's his name, Justin Baldoni, with a sexual harassment lawsuit.
Whoa.
For all, I guess, things that were going on set of the movie. So it's a little nerve wracking because you're like, it's two books. So
Yikes.
are we gonna get the second? I think we could because he actually just got dropped. I think from his agency.
Oh, so yeah, just
So it
recast
may
and
be
try
happy.
to.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's not really on the second book. His character is not really prominent on there.
Good.
So we'll have to see.
Oh, good luck, but
Yeah, It Ends With Us was good to me. I only wish that they had more flashbacks when they were younger, so we got to see more of her relationship with Atlas and why they are connected the way they're connected.
okay.
Hopefully they show more of it on the second book if we get it. I don't know if that's gonna be pushed back, but god damn it.
That's crazy.
All right, the next one is The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat. So it's a mouthful, right? This came out on Peacock on August 23rd.
Okay.
It got a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. This wasn't in the movie theater, but it definitely did better than a lot of them. So this has Sanaa Lathan, Uso Adoba,
okay.
and then it has Anjonu Ellis Taylor. She's the one from Lovecraft Country, Undercover Brother.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then Uso's from Orange is the New Black.
Mm.
This one also has Russell Hornsby. He's the one from Lincoln Heights and BMF, the dad from BMF.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And Mekhi Phifer's on here too. So they have kind of like an all-star cast.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's really about long-time friends, Odetta, Clarice, and Barbara Jean that have this unbreakable bond. But as they got older, there's a death that makes them come back to town, and they have to deal with, I guess, past trauma. So it does a lot of flashbacks. It takes place in the 90s, but the flashbacks are like the 50s or 60s. So you can only imagine there's like, believe down south. So you see some racism and things like that and some interracial couples. So they're kind of dealing with that and secrets that they held since they were young.
Oh, okay.
It was cute. Kind of like a little bit of a coming of age movie. I liked it though. It was cute. And I was waiting on it. So
Congrats.
I enjoyed it.
Not bad, I suppose.
Okay, the next one is Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Another one I did not.
You didn't watch nothing this year.
I watched a lot of things. I just none of those things. Go ahead, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. It came out September 6th in theaters.
Mm,
Rotten Tomato gave it a 76%. They really was holding back. And this is like one of those movies that we've been waiting on. You know, people are happy to see a new Beetlejuice.
yeah,
So it got a low rating. Winona Ryder's on this movie, Jenna Ortega, and of course Michael Keane came back to
yeah, that's
reprise his
awesome.
role as Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
For those who don't know, it is a Tim Burton movie, and actually Tim Burton did play like a baby Beetlejuice, I believe.
that's funny.
So when Lydia, the daughter of Charles, like I guess when come to find out he dies. So
Okay.
Charles Dietz dies, and the stepmom is like, "Hey, you need to come back to the house, and we need to basically organize the house."
Uh,
So she has to go get her daughter, played by Jenna Ortega, who
mm,
has kind of the same kind of disposition as she used to have, like kind of dark, but she's a little bit more like I feel like she's like the teeny bit more popular. Like she wasn't as strange as Winona Ryder's character was
right.
on
Okay.
Beetlejuice,
Uh
and she's actually annoyed with her mom. She doesn't really like her mom because her mom is now on this like I don't know if to say like a tour of her. Oh, I have powers, and I now she can see dead people.
Interesting.
Yeah, she did have a husband at one point, but he died, and he's the only one she cannot see.
Hmm.
So they go back to the house, try to figure out cleaning it and what are they going to do with the house. And on the other end of things, we have Beetlejuice, who is now in a manager position in, I
Mm.
don't know, purgatory or wherever the fuck he's at.
That's funny.
And he is actually getting chased by an old lover. So he is now enlisting the Deets to help him and vice versa. They need to help him too. Or
Okay.
they need help as well.
That's cute.
Yeah,
That's
so
cute. Okay.
I liked it. And Michael Keaton looked pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, he didn't look like crazy.
Very
You know how like
nice.
makeup helps, but it doesn't help when you get real old. He doesn't. It looks
You look
great.
plasticky
Yeah, he
afterwards.
looks good.
Good. There you go, Beetlejuice, huh?
All right, the next one, Speak No Evil.
Ah,
Yes,
yes.
we recently just watched this.
I'm glad that made the list.
Yeah, it came out in theaters on September 13th,
Hmm.
and Rotten Tomato gave it an 83%.
As they should have.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
So we have James McAvoy and Mackenzie Davis, just to name those two.
Yeah.
Um, what's supposed to be a relaxing holiday for this like American couple
Yeah.
turns into hell when they go visit this British couple for a holiday in
Yeah.
this secluded like
Farmhouse.
farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I believe, what we looked at based on a Norwegian movie
Yes.
from 2022.
Correct.
Um, it was really good. I was getting upset.
It's that would be
Do you want to give a
my top
little?
movie of the year.
It
So
was, yeah, I would say probably one of my top
it
movies.
was it was great this year.
I I get okay. So the basis of this movie, or what I got from it, is
Mm.
that if you're a pushover, there's somebody really gonna try you.
Yes.
That's what it
Yes.
gave.
There will be people in the world that's going to try you. Don't let yourself be an absolute pushover.
Yeah,
Because you don't know how far they'll take it. What will happen to you?
I feel like people don't pay attention to their surroundings enough. So the English couple, they had a daughter, and then the British couple who they went to holiday with, the strange couple, they had a son that was mute,
Yeah.
and he kept on trying to tell them things, and only the daughter was paying attention.
Hmm.
And there were signs in the beginning, like when they first met them in Italy, before they even decided later on, months later, to visit them.
Yeah.
There were so many signs that hey, this couple's weird.
Yes.
But that's what happens when people try you. They're gonna see how much they can push you, and if for some dumb reason I send you a postcard, hey, come visit us, and you take it like a dumbass.
Yes.
Um,
I loved how much it irritated
I think the problem is that I like an alpha male that knows when to step in when he's supposed to.
you. Mm.
Like a lot of times when I stand behind me and catch when I throw it, but I like to see a man stand up for his family, stand up. And I just feel like he was just like, no, it's fine, it's cool.
Yeah, really passive.
Yeah, very
Very
passive. Like if a nigga's kissing on my neck in front of you, like there's no way we could be together. Like I'm like
And I do nothing about it.
nothing about it.
Yeah.
Or our daughter being in this weird room with a mute boy that's like cave like attic.
Yeah.
Or
No.
them taking the kids and sleeping in the same bed as them. And
Yeah.
James McAvoy's character has like only underwear speedos on.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm punching you, like I'm waking you up that way.
Oh yeah.
That's how you get woke up.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of passiveness, and at the end, I'm not gonna spoil her. I still feel like I didn't fuck with the husband.
Of course. Of course.
Nothing was resolved. We didn't learn our
And I
lesson.
love that movie for
I
that.
feel like
I
this was
love
a
that.
real movie about women empowerment. That's what
Good spin.
it. That's what it
Good spin.
gave.
And you know what? With that,
Speaking of, you're
you
probably
you
one
get
of the
this.
best movies on my list.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, the next one, I caught this one on Netflix. It
Mm.
came out on Netflix on September 13th. It's called Uglies.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this movie is kind of like free thinking, autonomy kind of movie,
Oh, okay.
dystopia, euphoria
Uh,
kind of movie. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 16%,
oh,
probably the lowest
well,
percent on my list.
yikes.
Now, do I believe it deserved a 16%? No, I don't. I
Mm,
really don't, if
really
I'm
now?
being honest.
Interesting. Okay.
They really boasted this movie up on Netflix, and I ended up watching it. I get why it would get a low score. I don't get why I got that low a score. Y'all couldn't put it in the 30s. It could have been in the 40s, and I would have been like, okay, I get it, because not everybody likes that type of movie.
Yeah.
This has Joey King. She's from the Kissing Booth, the Act, the Gypsy Rose.
Mm.
We have Keith Powers. Keith Powers did like New Edition, and he's been on some. I think he's on The Shy too.
Mm-hmm.
Laverne Cox, Orange is the New Black,
Yeah.
and then we have Chase Stokes from The Outer Banks. So this is more like a futuristic dystopia that focuses on beauty standards.
Okay.
So the beautiful people are called the pretties.
Gotcha.
Ugly people are called the uglies,
Got
of
it.
course.
That's really yeah.
When you're young, because this happened, I guess there was a war that happened, and then I guess the world got rebuilt.
Okay.
So there's a lot of the world that is just really like still like
Decimated or something.
yeah,
Okay. Gotcha.
and abandoned and all that. And
Mm.
there's a town that's called like the New Pretty Town, and your objective is to get there one day.
Oh.
So when you're like 10 or 11, your parents take you to this school
Uh-huh.
because you're ugly. And you stay there until your 16th birthday. Once you hit 16, you get your cosmetic surgery to become beautiful.
Okay. You thought this deserved not
Hell
the
yeah.
16 or whatever the
You
fuck
could
it
be
got?
in the 40s. Like, stop playing with me. A lot of people watch this. But you follow Tally, who's Joey King's character, and then Chase Stokes' character is Paris.
Mm.
They're best friends, and they're like 3 months apart.
Okay.
He's like about to get his surgery. She's like, "Hey, come back and tell me. Like, I have my surgery in 3 months, but in a month we're gonna meet up. And you tell me how the new pretty town is. Like, because there's a party every night.
Mm.
You can hear. They're like, I guess the school is right across the lake.
Okay.
So every night you can see this like."
Giant
From
party.
a high rise, you
Yeah.
can see like they're partying like it's New Year's Eve
Gotcha.
every night. So he gets his surgery. He doesn't come to see her. She's like, what the fuck? She's a troublemaker. So she finds ways to get across the lake, and he's acting different.
Mm.
So he looks different a little bit. His eyes change, and he just acts really different.
Huh.
So she becomes friends with a girl named Shay. And she's waiting for her 16th birthday. But Shay's like, I really don't want to change. I don't have a problem with my looks. I actually don't want to stay here.
Okay.
She tells Tally about a civilization called the Smoke. And there's a leader of the Smoke that can actually open her eyes about beauty standards, and it's not all that.
Hmm.
So Shay goes missing on her 16th birthday, which is I think the same birthday as Tally, and Laverne Cox, who is basically like the principal, the dean, recruits Tally to go and find Shay. Not knowing that they're tracking her, and there's a bigger reason why they want her to go find Shay. Because Shay is one of what? Who cares? But I think it's all about the Smoke and them really probably getting to everybody about what really goes on in this town.
Mm.
So you get to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Stop playing.
That was interesting.
It's a good movie. It
Exactly.
is based on a best-selling novel, and there's two.
Really?
Yeah,
That is
best-selling.
the movie wasn't.
Fuck it, Rotten Tomatoes. Now this is the thing. The second movie is already greenlit, and we're supposed to get in 2026.
Interesting. Okay.
The problem that a lot of people have said about the uglies, and I agree, no one in the movie is ugly. Keith Powers, they didn't change his appearance. Keith Powers, the leader of the Smokes, he's handsome.
Okay.
Joey King has a little bit of a bigger nose. She's still.
Oh, so they're not ugly in this thing. The entire time I thought they were. No.
Chase Stokes is a model. So what they did was like they kind of made his nose a little different. And I was like, he's
No
not ugly.
wonder it
Yeah,
got the rating it got.
Shay wasn't ugly. Like nobody was
That
ugly in the
makes
movie.
sense.
Yeah, I was like, but we didn't have to bring it. That the story was good. Y'all didn't have to do all that. But as the uglies, no one was truly ugly. The main characters
Right.
were not ugly. Like if you see Chase Stokes on the Outer Banks, he has a perfect jawline. So
Okay.
they didn't change his appearance up here like to pretty to what?
That what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're
I'm
supposed
still
to
putting it
ugly
on
him
my
up,
list.
I guess.
Yeah, they only changed his nose. They
Hmm.
called him Nose, and I was just like, Nose.
Fair enough.
There's nothing wrong with his nose. They none of them look bad. Even I was watching with our son. He was like, nobody's ugly. I don't get it. I was like, yeah, they could have put some kind
Makes
of
sense.
work into
If
their
he can get
face.
it, then that means it kind of deserves the score it
I
got.
I'm sorry. I really liked the movie. I was like, this is good. I was watching like this, but I was like, y'all could have found some ugly people or
This is
something.
good.
Okay, the last movie on my list,
Hmm.
and we just finished watching it, was Smile 2.
Oh, really?
This
Okay.
came out in theaters October 18th. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 86%.
Well deserved. Well
The
deserved.
problem I have with my list and a lot of movies like Beetlejuice, Speak No Evil, Smile, if we're gonna, you can take the uglies out of it. Why are we not getting higher scores? Like I would think this would have been in the 90 percentile.
Mm,
I'm just wondering,
that's
just
fair.
trying to figure it out.
That's fair.
This stars Naomi Scott. She was on Charlie's Angels, Aladdin. She played Jasmine.
Hmm.
Lucas Gage. He was on All My Block. Kyle Gallner. He was on Haunting in Connecticut. Nightmare on Elm Street. He was the one who was from
Okay.
the first one. The
Oh,
police
okay. Yeah,
officer.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So this takes place in 6 days after the first movie.
It's crazy too.
Yeah. So we have this, I guess, pop star
Hmm.
who sees she sees the trauma and
Yeah.
she's dealing with the smile.
Yeah.
So we kind of see her go through all this unfortunate experiences
Events.
and events
Yeah.
leading up to just like, yeah, she's getting chased
It's
by
one
the
of the
smile.
greatest endings I think I've ever seen in a movie.
We just recently this year watched the first Smile,
Yes.
and I was like, oh my god, it's very gruesome.
Oh yeah,
Even the
absolutely.
second one's gruesome.
Absolutely.
Um, you could take this story anywhere you really wanted to. So if
No.
they do a third one, you can do a prequel. You
Yeah.
can move
That's
on.
true. That's
I was
true.
thinking of so many ideas with Smile.
During the
So,
movie, there was a certain sequence that I was like, that should be
mhm.
a prequel. So you know what? Well deserved.
Yeah.
Smile too.
Smile. So that is the list for my movies of 2024.
That's a pretty solid list.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna go into albums.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of albums. I don't think a lot of people deserved my Ideally Tho Awards. So
Oh.
the first one, chronological order for the most part.
Okay.
Beyonce, Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, she got snubbed.
Yeah.
You know what? Nice.
You got my award, girl.
Nice.
16 Carriages, Texas Hold'em, Jolene, like that was, and then she performed at the halftime show, the Cowboy show, for Christmas Day.
Mm.
She did a great job. I saw snippets of
Mm.
it with her and Blue Ivy.
How did it go well?
It did good.
Oh,
She
that's
had
awesome.
Shabushi come out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, that's how you do it too.
Very cowboy themed the whole time. The whole time cowboy
Fire.
themed. Coming out on a horse, white horse.
That's how you shit on the CMAs.
Tori Kelly.
Oh.
Tori
Okay.
is the name of the album.
Okay.
This is one of, I only have two on my list of albums that I didn't have to change the song. Every song to me was a bop for Tori Kelly.
This album that you've played this a lot.
A lot. It's
and
on
that
my
album
top
is
for
really,
Apple.
really good.
Yeah.
That album's really, really
Apple has it on my like review or
good.
recap.
Yeah, the recap. That's right.
Tori Kelly, she did her thing, and she's a writer. We just found out the "When I See You" by Fantasia was written by her when she was like 11.
You were bullshitting.
Yep, right before she got dropped by her label.
No.
Yep.
What?
Yes.
Damn. You just put. I was today years old when I learned that.
Yep.
That's cool.
So if you guys haven't checked out Tori, Diamonds, Spruce, Alive If I Die, Same Girl, the whole album
Yeah,
is great.
that's well deserved for that one for sure. That was a banger.
Meg The Stallion, Megan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I dig it.
Boa,
I dig
Accent, featuring Glorilla. Find Out, Paper Together by UGK.
it. Mm-hmm.
What's that? I Get Money, I'm a Star.
Yeah.
That album was good too. She did her thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, probably dealing with the whole Tory Lane shit, it just made her get in her bag. And there's supposed to be an act 2.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
exciting.
so I don't know if we're gonna get that at the beginning of the year.
She's
but
been on a roll.
yeah,
Good for her too. Getting past it all.
Hmm.
Yeah, good for her.
Lupe Fiasco, Samurai.
Oh,
Now I noticed with this album, he only had 8 songs. This is my thing. I'm actually liking when people are kind of pulling back a little bit because it makes people want to listen to the whole thing. No offense to Chris Brown, but that whole like even Drake does this where they have 22, 30 freaking songs on there. I'm like, all right, I
it's
gotta
for the
stop.
algorithm and trying to catch the
Yeah,
streams.
I'm like, I
Yeah,
gotta stop. But
Palaces on Samurai. That album is Palaces, or the song Palaces. That's the best.
mumble rap,
Mumble rap is good.
cakes, samurai, cake, samurai. So if you guys haven't listened to Lupe Fiasco, because with him, he will fly under a radar for people because
Completely.
it's been a minute.
Yeah,
So he came out, and I don't
great
know how
album.
much traction he got,
He got a
but
lot. He got a lot.
really,
Well, from us.
okay,
I say
from
from
his
the
like core.
core audience that wanted. Yeah, for sure.
All right, Childish Gambino,
Oh,
uh,
okay.
Ada Vista.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I thought it was gonna be that dinosaur one or whatever you.
I cannot do. He did. Okay, he came out with 2 albums this
Yeah,
year,
yeah, yeah.
and I guess this is gonna be the last of his album
Okay.
or last albums he's doing. But
Mm.
Littlefoot Bigfoot featuring Young Nudie, Time featuring Ariana Grande, Algorithm, Sweet Thing with Summer Walker. He did his thing.
Good
I
mix.
liked it.
Good mix.
Kaylani, Crash.
That's a great album too.
After Hours, Next to You, Crash. And actually, I
Well
believe
deserved.
she also had 2 albums.
Damn, they've been doing
Yeah,
some
she
stuff.
was
This
doing her
year's been
thing.
great for music, man.
The next one, probably the best one of this is another one.
Mm.
Sorry, 3 albums I listened to that I don't have to pass up. Trevor Jackson is complicated.
Okay, that album's really good too, and I normally hate, but that album is
That
really
album
fucking
slaps.
fire.
People are definitely sleeping on Trevor Jackson. Find Out, Heads Up, Guy on the Side, Happy Home, Consistency with Eric Billinger, which I believe he wrote a lot of his music for the
Nice,
album.
nice. Okay,
Hmm.
that's a good one to get behind, to be honest.
Sabrina Carpenter for
Really?
all my white girlies. No, not just the white girlies.
You know what? That album isn't bad though. You have
No,
played it
I
pretty often.
like Sabrina
That's been pretty good.
Carpenter. Short and Sweet is the name of the album.
Hmm.
Taste, Bed Kim, Espresso, Lie to Girls. She did good.
That's a good one.
Hmm.
I like it.
Glorilla, Glorious.
Great year for her too.
She did good. She had TGIF, What You Know About Me featuring Sexy Red, Don't Deserve featuring Money Long, Rain Down on Me, Kurt Franklin.
Yeah,
She had a
yeah.
lot of features of a lot of great people.
Fire.
I love her featuring T Pain. That was really good.
She's just on it.
She did her thing. That was the album where I was like, ooh, I don't listen to that type of rap,
But I'm fucking with it.
but now I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's sometimes be feeling like it's a age thing, like early 20s, like when you
Could
don't
be.
give a fuck and
Could
you
be.
really in your ratchet air, but that bitch was
Yeah.
for all ages.
For everybody. Yeah.
All right, the next one, Tyler the Creator,
Oh, Cornucopia. Huh?
Chromacopia.
Okay. Okay.
So Sticky with Glorilla,
Mhm.
Wayne, Sexy Red was on
Mhm.
that. Balloon with Dochi.
I was just about to say that's my
Yep.
favorite one on there.
He had Tizo Touchdown on his
Mhm.
album, Schoolboy Q,
Mhm.
Daniel Caesar. He did a really good job.
He's
And
making masterpieces now.
he's up there. I think he was it something about the first artist to get 1 billion streams or something on Spotify or something like that.
Ugh.
Something
It's
like
got to.
that.
That's probably got to be Drake, though, don't you think?
No, he there was something he hit
Okay.
Tyler the Creator, but I think because of the whole like Kendrick thing,
Yeah.
just a little bit he kind of got swept under a little bit,
Interesting.
but not really. Like people folk with Tyler, and I think it was enough room for his album to get its shine, and then here comes
For
Kendrick
sure.
right underneath it.
For sure.
Tinashe,
Huh,
Quantum Baby.
Hey.
She did good. She's coming back. Like she got No Broke Boys, Cross the Line, Nasty. 2 of those songs on her album are singles that are doing really good on the
Big TikTok
radio.
joints,
So
yeah.
she's coming back.
Good for her. Good for her.
Okay, I only have 2 more.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar, GNX.
We already got a review on this one. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's
Every
perfect.
song I would not pass.
It's perfect.
TV Off, Luther,
All of it.
Squabble Up, Peekaboo, all that. All right, the last one on my list is SZA, SOS Deluxe, Lena.
Well done.
I would say 12 out of the 14 new songs on that deluxe album are
Bangers.
yeah. There was maybe 2. I think one was just the interlude. So honestly, the whole album was good. Probably one of my favorites was 30 for 30 with Kendrick Lamar.
Always
What Do I Do? Diamond Boy, Another Life. She did her thing, and I was like, I knew your ass was gonna come out before this damn tour.
And to be like, it's getting some real big play lately, and for it to be as big as it is with no drops, just like Kendrick and GNX.
Yeah.
Man, flawless. That's good shit. That's
I
good shit.
did want to shout out a couple of actors who played in multiple projects this year that I've been seeing. So one of the first one is Craig Tate. He
Okay.
was on The Ones Who Live
Mm.
and The Supremes that Eat at Earl's or All You Can Eat.
Okay.
He did really good. I think the first time I saw him was I think last year when he was on I'm a Virgo on
Mm.
Prime.
Okay.
So he's been actually I've been seeing his face a lot lately.
Hmm.
Um, Miles Bullock. He
Okay.
was the little kid on Fight Night, or actually, sorry, he was the okay. He was the light skinned one from Fight Night, the
Mm.
one that was they were robbing.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah,
Got you.
the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
asshole guy,
Okay. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
on the Vince Staples show.
Mm.
I've been seeing his face a lot in the last couple of years.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anthony B. Jenkins, he's a big one that I kept saying all year. Like, I'm seeing this little boy all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Fight Night, Never Let Go with what's her name? Holly Berry
Mm-hmm.
and The Deliverance.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's the
Okay.
little
Got you.
boy.
Yeah.
hmm
Got you.
And then the last one is Deborah Le I don't know how to say her last name. Iorinde, I don't know. She's the one from them, the
Oh,
lead,
okay. Okay.
the
Okay.
dark
Okay. Okay.
skin.
Got you. Got
She's
you. Got
so
you.
pretty
Yeah,
to
she's
me.
gorgeous.
She had them this year and Sense and Sensibility. So I was like, I'm seeing your face a lot. I'm not saying she's up and coming because she's been on a lot of
For
projects
all of y'all.
lately, but she's gonna be up there. I can
Big,
tell.
big,
Yeah,
big. I think Lupita next type
yeah,
like
she's gonna be
scale. You know what
up
I mean?
there.
Big time.
I do want to make a little bit of a fix because last episode we were talking about shows and we mentioned them, and I said the creator was named Little John.
Mm.
My bad. It's Little Marvin. I'm tripping. I'm
Ah,
sorry.
that's
Not to say
great.
like, oh, Little Marvin's gonna be watching the pod or listening
That's
to my, but I
hilarious.
don't like to get things wrong.
Hmm.
So I hated that I kept saying Little John of the show them and they. No, it's Little Marvin.
Marvin. So
So
shouts out to
yeah,
you.
I'm sorry.
And you get your award.
But you guys, if you haven't seen any of those movies for 2024 or listen to any albums, definitely take a look at them, take a listen to them,
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm giving good advice.
Yeah, yeah. Great movies, great lists,
hmm
like awesome choices. I feel like you got the right things, especially the Beyonce hit. Like she got snubbed and she get the, like that's
Yeah.
fire, that's fire. So yeah, I hope that was entertaining for y'all. Huh?
Now, remember, you guys, we do drop our new episodes every Friday on all streaming platforms, and we're on YouTube on Sundays at Ideally Tho Pod. So, like, subscribe, hit the bell button,
Share them shits.
and we'll catch you guys next year. Bye.
Yeah.